All right, 7 done, just over a third of the way. Feeling fast, tiring quickly. Alright, so good morning, here we go. We have an update video on the Alphafly 3. So what I want to do today is I produced my initial video on the shoe, dropped my initial thoughts, and it was just a taper session. Now I've had a mixed bag when it comes to the Alphafly series. I love the version 1, the version 2 I sent back. So this one I'm keen to see if it has what it takes to nudge its way into my running shoe rotation. At the moment for me, the Saucony Endorphin Elite is the #1 racing shoe. And if I'm not using that and saving that for their A races, then I tend to be using the Vaporfly version 1 or the version 2, whichever I have to hand. But I really want the Alphafly 3 to work. So what I've got today is a test to see if it has what it takes to kind of push its way into my running shoe rotation, if I don't get blinded by the sun right now. And I'm going to explain what that test is when we get out there. But what's really important to me is that it's got gears, because the Alphafly 2 did not have gears. The version 1 I set various PBs across distances in. Version 2, I was okay at marathon pace, but it didn't really do too much more than that, and it did still feel clunky. And I kind of thought to myself, do I really want to have a shoe that feels okay that I've just spent 260 or 270 pounds on? Not really, so that's why I sent it back. This one I'm hoping is slightly different, and we're going to take it out there for a real good spin and see how it does. So what do we have on the cards today for testing this shoe? 20 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I love to come back from a marathon and do a simple fartlek workout. That seems to be my go-to. And it means that I can just pull the plug whenever I feel fatigued or if I feel it's too much. But I give myself scope and permission to do 20 of them today, and I'm out here on the industrial estate because I do not want to pop an AirPod out on the trails. So the plan is going to be to get up to the college, get my warm-up done, do a couple of drills and strides. I'm going to be starting structured training again on Monday, so this is going to be a nice intro into how I'm feeling, give me a good gauge as to if I've recovered well or not, because at London I didn't particularly exert myself in the way that I should have done, and heart rate was ridiculously low. And if I'm being completely honest with you, it didn't feel any harder than a normal long run that I have been doing. It just ended up being that fueling, and I was sick and all of that stuff. So yes, don't get me wrong, it was hard, but what I'm saying is the body was not beaten up like it usually is after a marathon. And although I took my usual 5 days completely off, I usually take 7 actually, but it took 5 days off, I got ready on Saturday and just felt absolutely fine. So, and that's how I felt all week. So I'm excited to give this one a go, see where fitness is at. It is lovely and warm, the temperatures are rising. This is going to be the first best workout of the year. So there we go, 15 minutes warm up done. I'm just going to get ready to get into this. So as I said, the purpose is I want to see how fast these can go. Now, I'm going to put it out there. Number one, I would like paces in and around late 4s, so 450 something per mile to 50 something per mile. So in that 450 to 510 per range. That would be really nice. And if I'm in that range, that shows good fitness. That's kind of where I was just pre-marathon. It'd be nice to feel that today. If I'm not, then it will be what it will be. I'll tell you what, number 2, these temperatures, I've been craving this for ages. So you guys will laugh, but I'm completely diverting off the fact that this is an Alphafly test video, but I just have to say we have leveled up our temperatures. We've been running in 6, 8, 10 degrees here in the UK, and now today it's like 15, 16, 17, and we've got that for the week by the look of it. So yeah, you lot will laugh. That is pathetic temperatures, but for us it is a step up. I'm sweating buckets. It is wonderful, and I've been wanting this for ages. I don't care that performance suffers in the heat, and I don't care that I won't get the best out of myself. I have been so miserable this winter with the weather. It is so nice to have this heat. It's amazing. So anyway, side note, number 3 this is, I'm going to be recording the full workout video on the extra channel. All right, so I'm going to be giving more information on there. I will make sure I link, that's always linked in the description below. I'll make sure I pop that And that video is going to be probably coming out end of next week, because I have an extra channel video to edit now already. So the plan of attack is going to be, today I'm just going to give you snippets from this workout, because this is a more of a rounded Alphafly information video. But what I want to do today is record on the extra channel the full video, a bit more information on how the workout goes. Yeah, so if you're interested, head over to that one and subscribe. In the meantime, we're just going to get started with the workout. And just also very quickly, ketone IQ shot, and having that before my workout, be a lot more experimenting with that over the summer. Started it with my marathon training and it was really good. Just had it now. I'm going to be using it every single workout as just that extra clean fuel that it gives you, and I'm excited to see how it does. So I've just necked that now in between the warm-up and starting the workout. We're going to start it literally right now. All right, 7 done, just over a third of the way. Feeling fast, tiring quickly, as expected, but the shoes, wow, they're quick. $16 done, 4 to go. Shoes feel really good. I think I might have undersold them. So there we go, workout complete. And what a workout that was. I think the average pace for that was in the 450 something per mile. I'd say 55, 56, 57, I reckon that'll be the average. So that's low 3s per kilometre. I've never done 20 by 1 before, I've only ever done 15, and I think that's the fastest I've ever done it. So really good early signs. Shoes, wow, I mean, unbelievable. I can't, yeah, I mean, I took them for a 4 by 3 minutes little taper workout, and that gave me a bit of a taste. They felt good, but not necessarily spectacular. Today they were pretty spectacular. I still think I prefer my elites. I'm more of a fan of the roll through feel rather than the sink and bounce you get from the Alphafly, but these put me on my toes, and that bounce really propelled me. So it's that classic case of, I find the Alphafly's good over short distance, ironically, but when I get tired they feel a bit clunky and lethargic. So I think it's going to be a good test this spring summer to see how they do over the short distance stuff, because I set a 10k PB in the version 1s before I then reset it in, was it the Vaporfly? So yeah, overall really good. Let's get a cool down done and go and check the stats. There we go, so back from the session. Welcome to my makeshift recording area, by the way, just out in the garden because can't get back to the office this weekend. So yeah, what a workout. That ended up being really good. Very happy with that. Paces well exceeded what I was expecting. I wanted them to fall into that window, but I didn't know I'd get quite so many in the 4s. So that was really good. There's one standout feature of the shoe that I want to share with you, and that's stride length. So I've come home, looked at all the data, and analyse the paces and stuff, and as much as I'm really happy with that, what struck me was my cadence was around, I think it was like 174 to 176, 178, which is relatively standard. I need to get my cadence up quicker, and I think in previous workouts when I've been mid during a speed block and I'm doing my drills and strides regularly, that does get up into the 180s. But what I noticed today was my stride length was 0.1 of a metre longer than it ever has been in terms of previous reps in and around this pace. So normally if I'm doing reps in a super shoe or in a fast workout, whatever it might be, my stride length is around sort of like 168 to 178, and at a push it might get into 180s, but it tends to fall in that window, and that's where it always tends to fall. Today, however, everything was late 180, so 1.85 and above, and some into the 190s. So this really opened up my stride. Although the turnover wasn't quite as quick as I wanted it to be, the bounce in this shoe was absolutely phenomenal. And as I suspected, I was bouncing down the road absolutely amazingly. So yeah, that was the one standout feature that really shocked me, that it was that much difference, because I've done A and B testing in the past where I've looked at the Alphafly to the Vaporfly, or I've done an Alphafly to the Endorphin Pros in years gone by. And the stride length has never been that much different, but in this one in particular, it really was such a huge difference. And so with all that being said and done, very happy to get this thing out on there for a proper workout test. Feel like I've really now put some good testing in it. I would love to do a longer workout in it at some point, so some longer intervals, whether it's mile repeats, and I'd love to try that around 10k effort, so see where that falls, because I definitely want to give these a go in one of the upcoming races I have, and today just cemented that, exactly that. I just want to get them out in a race now. So there's a few shoes that I would love to get out into a race. The Endorphin Pro 4 is one of them. This is going to be another one, and I definitely want to make this one the priority now. I feel like this one really moves me and it really seems to work for me well. So despite my initial video being a little bit kind of on the fence, it was good but not amazing. I kind of now, I think, as I said in the workout, I'm underselling it a little bit. So the full workout of this one will be on the extra channel at some point next week, but for now I appreciate you guys watching this one, and I appreciate you guys following up with the first video and hearing my thoughts now I've done a proper speed workout in it. So maybe one of the 2 races later in May, in 2 or 3 weeks time, will be the time that this thing gets a run out. I might take it for the Cardiff Bay 10k, I might take it for the Dimmock 5 mile race. One of the 2, it will definitely get a look in. So there we go, we'll leave it there. I appreciate you guys watching this one. More good testing done in it, and yeah, happy to report that this thing excelled, which is really good because I spent a lot of money on this shoe and it really needed to be good. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you on the next one.